Go. All right, this is your boy DJ56 coming live from Channel56, coming at you. With me, I got my guest, my boy, best friend, Rob, DJ Rob17. Here to be my guest. We're gonna politic on some DJ stuff. And I hope he gives us a good explanation because he has good in-depth conversation about the DJ industry. So Rob, thank you coming in.
No doubt, no doubt. Thank you, my boy.
How you feeling
Appreciate
today?
it. I'm good. I'm good. And yourself?
All right, good, good. So, uh, just gonna interview, just talk about you, just see what's going on with you. Hope we don't have no family interference while I'm on my podcast.
Shopping out,
But
man.
things,
You're gonna be all right.
things happen like that. Yeah, things happen. So how the wife doing today? I'm sorry.
She's good. She's good. She's good. She's with my son.
Oh, she with your son? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm asking some questions, and you're in delve in. But first, let's get some icebreakers going on. Where do you grow up, and what affect you become who you are?
Well, I was originally born on Princeton, 55th. But I originally grew up on 54th, Indiana,
In what city?
Chicago, Illinois. And father from Louisiana, mother from Mississippi. So I kind of had a upbringing. It's kind of different.
My father from Mississippi, man. Yeah.
Mom's Jackson, Mississippi. It feels like everybody that you run across in Chicago are from Jackson, Mississippi.
So you was like grew up here. So you was a kid.
I was born here and grew up here, but I was, I traveled a little.
So you came up here, or when you was up here, what do you want to be as a kid? What was your dream?
Well, originally my dream was to be you're gonna laugh, I was a mechanic.
Still can, man.
It's a mechanic. I grew up around a lot of
You haven't fixed the car yet, bro. But
guys, motorcycles and fast cars. That's all I grew up around. That's why I can't be mad at my son this very day because he loved these fast objects. So I grew up around a lot of that. So mechanic was my thing. Never thought about diving into the world that I'm into now and been into since '83. DJ.
Is it because of money? Is the money played the factor?
No, it was just life path.
If money wasn't a factor, what would you do in your pastime?
Probably be a monk.
What?
Yeah, something shocking to you. Yes.
It almost made me grow some hair on my bald spaces in my head.
Probably be a monk. Yeah. I took on inner peace when I took on martial arts.
Really?
Took me from some things that the street had me on to being a more calmer and reality, living in the moment as a reality person instead of being, out here doing things we shouldn't be doing. But yeah,
okay.
I found inner peace with martial arts.
Really?
Yeah.
So you'll break a fool off? That's what you try to say?
Quietly, yeah. Quietly. That's the side I keep away from y'all.
Okay. So I guess some of your favorite movies, some karate flicks.
Man, I used to go to the Matt Vickers, man. If you remember the Matt Vickers theater on 47,
I think
man.
you was talking
King
about that,
Drive.
yeah.
Man, the sticky floors and
sticky floors.
To get the homies in, we all have rats or somebody got a knife, and everybody run out, and people that standing outside all come in for free.
Yeah,
I was a big, definitely Bruce Lee fan, and later on in life, I became a Jackie Chan fan. And
wow.
So yeah, and started, learning the Jeet Kune Do, and master of martial arts and kung fu. And my guy who you recently just had a chance to meet, we did his memorial, Sifu Marvin Gates. He was the one who brought me into that and taught me everything that I know.
Who was that?
Sifu Marvin Gates, the one we had the memorial for, just passed away. But they call him Master Sifu Marvin Gates now. So yeah.
Sifu Marvin Gates. So would you say he was the one that motivated you to DJ?
No, Rick was actually the one. Me, and at that time it wasn't Sifu, it was just Marvin. Me, Marvin, and we used to troll the neighborhood. We was like the protectors of the neighborhood on 55th, So we walk around the neighborhood and we ran into Rick, man. And we met Rick on the corner of 54th. He
Okay,
just
when
moved
y'all
in the
met Rick,
neighborhood.
Rick wasn't from 55th, bro.
No, Rick wasn't from 55th.
No,
man.
bro. Rick don't look nothing like
Rick,
55th.
Rick wasn't from 55th, man. You know,
Rick like he grew up in the house.
man, Rick grew up in some nice areas, man. You know, and when I met Rick, you know, they moved over to 54th and Indiana, next building next door to me.
Really?
You know,
Okay.
and Rick brung into us the music thing. You know, I mean, we were already into it because at that time there was a lot of pop locking going on. Just hit the set, you know. But as far as the DJ scene, yeah, you know, we kind of got into it with him. You know, we formed our own DJ group. You know, and you know, did quite well for ourselves to be some young boys, man. You know, starting out, you know, we did, you know, we did enough to get to know to be known in that area, in that particular area of Indiana, Prairie, Calumet, you know, and even over there on 76 off of Damon and 77, where we did a lot of parties for well-known DJ now, you know, that's real best friends with Rick now, Nikki, DJ Nikki. You know, so we did a lot of her parties, and we got to be pretty well known, man. You know.
Let me ask you something. What is your favorite pastime, man? What do you like doing, just relaxing, or pastime, something that you can just do effortlessly?
Reading and DJing.
Really?
Reading is, you know, I am a student of reading and learning a lot. But DJing is that motivation for me. That thing if I'm feeling down and life is lifing, you know, I can go into that room and which I call my little lab and just turn on some tunes, man, and zone out. You know, that does it for me. You know, DJing has been that force as well as, you know, martial arts and, you know, things that can take me away and put me back in perspective. Music is there, you know, and growing up around music, you know, I grew up around Frankie Beverly, I grew up around Al Green, I grew up around Teddy Pendergraft, Luther Vandross, you know, Barry White, one of my favorite singers who I proposed to my wife on.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, I was in that music, the Temptations, you know, Lionel Richie, before he became Lionel Richie with the Commodores, you know, so yeah.
Let me ask you a question. When did you know when you chose the DJ path life? When you knew that?
I want to say I knew that about we was doing a party, and the party was done on 53rd in Michigan, and I guess it was a rent party. You know, they do things like that back then. You know, and I knew then that I was onto something that I want to stick with and love when that I see the reaction from the crowd. When I was spinning, you know, it was all five of us, you know, but it was like I got in the zone. Like it was just me and 200 some plus people, but I didn't see the people. I was just in the zone, you know, and I was in my zone. I was beating the box and, you know, just to see reaction from the people. I mean, it literally went from being a rent party to them trashing the place.
Wow.
You know, and I was like, wow, this is the motivation reaction that I wanted. You know, I felt like that. You know, back in the day, they did their little weed thing. I felt like I had smoked some weed and had a couple bulldogs. You know, I was good. You know, but yeah, that was it for me. That took me away, and then I got to hear Louis Vega. My first time ever hearing Vega was on Sirius XM. Sirius XM first came out. You know, I heard Louis Vega, and I was like, man, I like the way he played. I like the tunes he lay out. I like how his pattern is. I like how he, you know, his genre of music is, and you know, I love the genre of what he did with his music and how he crafted it. Him and his partner. So it just kind of took me there. Then, so I kind of stuck with it. And of course, then along the line, you know, being from Chicago, you know, you got your other top players, you know, but the DJ that did it for me the most, my top DJ that I admire the most and I can see now and I'll be fanboy is Vega. You know, then I got to put my guy Frankie there, then I got to put Ron Hardy there. You know, these are names that, you know, concreted in history. You know, if you're from Chicago, you can't be from Chicago and be able to house nation and not know these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, definitely. You know, and Ron did it for me. Ron and Frankie and La Vega, that was it for me.
So let me ask you a question. DJ Rob17, how you come up with that name? And why it's so important to you?
Well, back then, that name was nowhere in sight. Couldn't believe that I even thought about that name because, you know, I used to be called DJ Polo. A lot of people know me from DJ Polo, the original DJ Polo from 55th. You know, I changed it after I decided to come back to the DJ world. When my son came in and he said, "Well, Dad, I'm gonna call myself DJ Sequel."
Mm-hmm.
And he broke it down for me. I said, "So why are you calling yourself Sequel?" He said, "Because I'm the sequel to you." So I felt like it couldn't
That was
be.
deep. That was deep.
You know what I'm saying? It couldn't be another sequel to me as DJ Polo because there were so many other people out here calling themselves DJ Polo and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't have a patent, it's free. It's free game. You know, it's all free game. But nevertheless, I changed it, and it means so much to me now because it is a abbreviation of my name and an extension of who my son is. You know, and the 17th is my birthday.
Wow. Okay.
So when you said DJ Rob17, you're speaking history and life, and to me, as usual, my name and my birth.
So in your DJ horizontal line, when did you begin, and did you take a sabbatical? You know, most DJs take a sabbatical. You know, some interrupt their life, and then they may come back. Did you ever do that?
Some do, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
I took quite a bit of a sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of my child was being born. My girl was pregnant at the time, and DJ had to take a back stand for me. Not only because of the kid, but I was having a kid, but the fact of that it got to be politics for me.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped being fun,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it stopped being something that I love to being something that I regret. And I never want to do anything in life where that it's like, okay, well, I regret doing that. You know, I found myself at a party we were doing, and this very day, unannounced to Rick, and this is their first time probably gonna ever hear it, that I felt like I didn't want to be there.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, I got that.
And I was like, yeah, it's time to step away.
Yeah.
You know, I stepped away. I left everything behind. Records, systems. I didn't care where it went.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt
know?
that way.
So I took about I want to say, man, when I came back to DJing, I started out in '83, and I came back. Show you how long I left. The first digital board had came out. So you know, I was gone a long time. And they wasn't even CDJs then. It was just a digital board, you know. So, yeah, my son actually was the one who brought me back into it. He came into the house. I was like, man, what's that? So I got me a whole turntable. I'm like, man, you ain't got nothing. You know, I'm used to 12s. You know, 12s, Pioneer, Gemini. You know, little Gemini mix. We used to go downtown, the little electronic store down right around from Randolph.
I'm trying to buy that brother back. I'm trying to buy all the vintage things that I.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to buy all the vintage things I started on.
Boy, all of it. Get it back.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to get some
adventure stuff that we used to work on. You know,
Gemini.
Yeah.
I seen that pyramid. I'm trying to see if I want to get that
I ain't
back.
heard that in a long time. You know,
And I seen someone selling both of them. I was like, okay, but then like, should I really want this?
So you jump on that, right?
Yeah,
you know, and keep it nice and polished up. Cause man, it's gonna come back, man.
Get Techniques 100 SLs and
wow, I ain't heard that one in a minute.
So and the 200 SLs.
I had the 200s.
Yeah,
I had the 200s. I had the 200.
So let me ask you this right here, from your perspective, what is the most difficult part of being a DJ?
Politics.
Politics.
What I feel out here in this new millennium of DJs in this world now, take nothing from them. I give them all the kudos. I give every DJ kudos in the world because it takes a lot to be a DJ, period.
Mm-hmm.
You to get up every day and put your DJ hat on, get your playlist together, your set list, put your music together, and to go out here and do what you do, and to still keep loving it every day that you're doing it. The politics part of it is that, you got people out here who I want to say more like Devils in a White Dress, particularly. Our, they're playing the game with you, but they really don't have your back. They have no interest in you. They have what they have is what they call what I can gain moments from that individual. Once I gain that, then I don't need them no more. Kind of play you, So it's about being a student to the game and being true to it. For me, I never wanted to be part of a organization where it felt like I was using you for something. It was always about the friendship for me. First of all, in order to be a great person in life and then a great DJ, you have to be a friend. So the politics plays a lot in it with me, feeling that you're always trying to come up on them, trying to one up on them, or you're trying to take their shine, or maybe their crowds, whatever it may be. We don't have that spirit anymore. One thing I can say about in this, I don't know Ron Hardy personally. I don't know Frankie personally. These are people that I've seen, and I went to their parties, and I partied with them myself, and I watch how they move. These are, especially Ron, where he was a free-giving dude, man. He would play his music and beat the box and come out on the floor and dance. He was touchable. DJs today are untouchable. And they're not really trying to bring anybody up with them. There's a few selective people out here, especially in Chicago, that's trying to, organize and bring some folks up with it. I can appreciate that. But you bringing me up with you, does that make you feel like I owe you something?
So let me ask you a question. If you had a DJ Juan, and if you could change anything about the DJ industry, what would it be?
Politics.
Politics?
The politics of it. I think the music is even better. I think the music has gotten so much better for the house world. Granted, where we came from.
Can't say that for my brother, my niece. They don't like it. They don't like where the industry is going.
A lot of people don't, but you know what? We have to evolve. You know,
I
mean, we done got older, man. I mean, most of the DJs, everybody see them now, and they be like, "Oh yeah, DJ, you about a 30 or 20-some years old, man." Most of your common DJs are hitting 70.
Yeah. Now they from the 70s, but they still don't like. They don't like that industry. They hate that I evolved. Let me ask you this then: if describe the DJ style in general that you play, and the music that you hate.
Wow, that's a good one. Me, I'm so versatile. You may get me one day, man, and I may be jazzed out. You may get me. Majority of the time, I'm that high energy guy. Because that's what motivate me and keep me going and keep that fire up on me. But there are times, man, where I'm just, I'm in that jazz area. I'm in that, Christian house area. I'm all, I'm one versatile DJ. It's diverse for me, man. But my favorite genre that I love is, I love that motivation. That fast pace house. I love tracks, African tracks. Oh man, that's it for me. But a lot of people still, like you said, they can't relate to the new music today. A lot of people can't understand the beats. I'm from an African Bambaataa area. I ain't talking about just house music. I'm talking about deep rooted in African culture as far as the drums. I was a percussionist lover coming up as a kid. I played the drums. So when you give me a good track, yet alone putting some tight vocals behind it, oh, you got me. So yeah, I like that kind of house music.
What kind of music you hate? You despise. Even if you're walking by, going to a store, you hear it, you feel like Frankenstein wife. Like,
well, I'm not a huge fan of. I want to say I'm not a big fan of techno, certain techno. I am not a huge fan of some of the older, like track source older, where we went on Harrison and got them. Oh, we thought that was tough.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of some of that stuff anymore, but I always have to keep in mind this is where we came from to where we are today.
Yeah, but let me tell you too. I hate genres. I just don't. I'm go straight up at you. I can't stand Christmas music at all. I can't. And then I'm not saying I can't hate it, but you have to pay me to play that mess, and that's some blues music. You have to ching chang me, really impress me, even rub my leg for me to play some blues music.
I can play that, but I can only play it for so long. And my reason
no knock
for that,
on the person that plays blues
not
music.
Not at all. Because that's their era and that's that's what they like. But my thing is this: I'm gonna give you a reason why. Blues was always attributed to pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up as a kid of 12, I've watched my family, my mom, my dad, go through enough pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I can always tell when something was wrong in the house or something has bad happened. Because there was some Bobby Womack, some blues on. Somebody was, and it wasn't a happy moment.
It was.
They'd be sitting there and, and I would ask my mom, hey, what's going on? This ain't the right time. So that's what I contribute blues to. But learning the history of blues, I understand it. I get it now. But can I constantly play it? Just for a little bit. No. And I don't dislike it because my dad played saxophone. And my dad played, with some prominent players back in the day. My dad was back up Nat King Cole, man. It wasn't nothing for Natalie Cole to come to our house. I met Natalie Cole. These are people I met. So I'm cool with that, but I became more of a jazz fan. Okay. I love jazz. I love jazz house. I love the piano. I love the keyboard. I love the cymbals. I love the drums.
That's good stuff. So let me ask you something. Do you consider yourself a resident DJ, mobile podcast DJ, and a studio DJ?
Neither. I'm an at-home DJ.
That's a studio DJ.
Well, to a certain extent. Because, see, that's a recording. I don't record myself all the time.
Oh, so are you a bedroom DJ?
Hey, I'll be that too.
Okay. I'll be that I didn't put that in there, but okay.
I'll be that too.
You know what? I got to add that, the bedroom
I'll
DJ.
be that, but do I like to go out and play? I can if I want to.
Okay.
Does it make me nervous? No. The only thing that bothers me now when you go out and play is that, someone's paying you to play a certain genre.
Right.
And a certain amount of music. Then there's always that relative or that somebody that ain't got nothing to do who paid you coming up trying to change your whole format, your whole plan. That's the only thing that bothers me. And the DJs out here that don't really know exactly where they're going when it comes to setups, when it comes to what quality of sound should look like and sound like. All DJs now feel like that it has to be loud. If it's not loud, then we ain't banking.
You're right.
That's not where it's at. That's not sound quality. Sound quality is being able to get that crisp, clean sound without pushing your volume over 10.
Let me ask you this then. What do you wish you knew before you started your DJ life? If you went back to, like you said, 1983, you went back to that time, and you said, you know what, do this and you'll be all right. Don't do this. What would you tell yourself?
Back then, I would have probably kept my circle even smaller.
Really?
Yeah. There were some guys in the group, man. Out of 6 of us, it's only 2 of us from the original Underground Sound production that's still together. And that's me and Ricky. Shout out to my boy Ricky French, our little brother. That's it. It was 6 of us, and the 6 was strong. Except that we got one of the DJs who, he became a Billy Ocean lover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we up there playing straight up house music and party jumping, everybody
Caribbean
getting,
Cream.
man. He and that's the song he put in, bro. You believe it to this very day. It's just like Chris Rock was on that picture that he played in. He shut the whole party down. And we had to like
He was
literally
the only
go
one
up there.
dancing.
He was dancing to himself. He's crying to himself because at that time, I think something had happened. But yeah, it was that dude, man.
Ooh.
You know, and I'm gonna leave him nameless. I ain't gonna throw him out there. You know, but peace and shout out and love to the brother. You know, yeah, hope he doing well. You know.
Let me ask you this then. You should know. What is the common myth of the DJ industry?
Money. And I say that because people see you being a DJ and they think that you they think DJs make a lot of money. There are certain DJs that make some money. But, you know, the myth part of it is that don't all DJs make that big buck like you think they do. They have to hustle and hustle hard, and it becomes a 24-hour kind of job just to get paid like that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, that's the myth for me. You know, is that something that I could personally myself do to bring the bag home?
Mm-hmm.
No. Much as I love music and much as I love house, you know, house is my love. You know, I don't care where I'm at in this world. I can hear some house music, man, some good house music. I'm good. You know, but I'm at an age now where I feel like time is more important to me than being across the road 24 hours a day or across the city of Chicago every day, all day. I've been there before. You know, me and my guy, you know, we done that a lot. Well, then you know that when there was a Thursday and there was a Friday, school was out, Saturday, Sunday was out, what did you do? You had that 3-day party. You going to every party in the city of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You going to Sawyer's, you going to Minners, you going to Power Box, you going to Box, you going wherever you can go to get your groove on, get your house in. But it was tiresome. On the other side of it, if you're the DJ, it was tiresome. We were doing a lot of house parties, man. We wasn't making a lot of money back then, you know. So I mean, now you're able to have a good contract and set a price, but the problem is nowadays is that everybody think they're a DJ. That's the problem. And I'm not taking nothing from the, like I said, the younger generation, because they're this is their era.
I don't think it's the younger generation, man. I think it's people our age, man, been saying, because I've been looking for some young DJs, and it's hard to find some, but the people that wanted the desire more to be a DJ is people like of our age. They want to do a breakout, like I could play it better than you, or I want to play it, I want people to hear me.
Exactly.
And that's what's going on. Let me ask you a couple more questions. I don't want to be holding up because I want you to get to spin. My boy Rob is going to spin for us.
Indeed.
So, this is a good question. What is your favorite DJ product and equipment you like you spinning on?
What I like, what I love, I'm gonna keep it real, keep it 100. I love my Serato DJ Roland 808 board.
You really do?
I love my board, and it's a reason behind loving my board. I love my board because, like I said, my son brought me back into it. And I went through 3 boards before I got to this board. I love my board because I feel like that it can do anything I want it to do. But on top of that, it was my 50th birthday gift.
Okay.
So it's going to always be special to me. Now, what I prefer to play on or what I like to play on, I try not to put myself in a box, because the problem is that we got these DJs out here who want to be in a box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, technology is technology. You got an iPhone, you have an Android.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's powered by a chip to run the phone. Now, it's a different brand of chip, but it is a chip.
Mm-hmm.
We have certain people who want certain things or this and that, and that's fine, that's cool. But I like not to put DJ Rob17 in a box. So preferably, I can spin on Denon, I can spin on Pioneer, I can spin on whatever it is that you may have in your household. And I feel like for our age bracket of DJs, That's what makes a great DJ. Whether I can walk in your house and you got some 12s up there, and I'm not intimidated by that. You can have a cassette up there, reel to reel. I'm not intimidated by that. See, my biggest thing for me, and I love to keep a secret for myself. I look at a lot of people and they look at me like, oh, he can't spin. He don't know nothing. And I want you to feel that way. Till you feel my music. Till you feel what I can do. I don't feel like I have to go out here boasting and telling you, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and I got this. That's not who I am. And
speaking of reel to reel, I have some back there. That's what you're gonna spin on.
Watch out now. Let's get it. Let's
Okay.
pull it on back. Let's edit, cut, get it going.
Let me ask you a question. What's one piece of advice you would share with my listeners?
Stay true to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you are trying to be a DJ, get with some real people that's gonna show you the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your way of thinking about it, but get with some real folks that's gonna guide you in the right way and lead you that way. Don't have to be with the namesayers. Build your own foundation. Build who you are, and trust and believe that you're just as great as the next man or woman out here. Because these days, being a DJ is a push of a button now. But I would like to take half of those people that's just button pushers that I call them, and let's take all that out. Let's go get a Gemini mixer. Let's go get some turntables. Ain't got to be 12. Let's just get some turntables. Let's not get some not belt-driven turntables. Let's get some direct drives. And let's really see what you can do with that. I'm from that era, man, where I had a cassette and a turntable and a mixer. Ain't no other turntable over there. A cassette and a turntable. I done recorded Hot Mix 5. And I'm playing off some of the tracks with one record. Not, like I said, it's not to knock anybody, but there are some great DJs out here, man. I've seen some great DJs over the past 2 years. I've listened to some great people. Kudos to them. They know who they are. Just good people, man, and know how to DJ. And I hope this trend of young people continue to go. But my thing for them is just stay your own path. Don't ride off the coattails of nobody else. Because one thing that can never come back to you is that you will never hear nobody say, oh, yeah, they think they good, but they got all that from me. No. You blaze your own trail. You did what you had to do. I took the knowledge. You gave me the knowledge. Now I'm going to blaze my trail. Ain't nobody tell you that I took anything from it.
What three DJs you know that you...
Well, you already know one of them. I'm not listening to Vega. I'm listening to Black Coffee. Sometimes I have to go back, man. Only thing was still here today, but I listen to a lot of their old mix. I listen to a lot of Frankie's old mix. I listen to a lot of Ron Hardy's old mixes. For us, the living DJs here in this area, very few in between. I'm gonna be honest with you. I find that the DJs now, everybody plays the same thing, and this is why now I'm trying to blaze another path of just, you will see it in the future.
Yeah.
We'll leave that right there with that. You will see it in the future. The very, very near future. Because everybody sounds the same, everybody plays the same.
Is there any question you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, first of all, I know that when you got started, but how was it for you when you got started?
You know what? My starting, my start was more of finding people who was in that same field like me. Like, oh, you like DJ too? In projects.
Yes, sir.
Found the guy who liked DJing just as much as I do, and that came my guy. Back then. Then sooner or later we collected another guy. Then we had some other guys, but they was our competitors. Even though it was our friends, but they was our competitor. And actually, one of the competitors became one of my best friends. He died, but became one of my best friends, because we grew up together. But, walking to the industry, coming to, that's what something that just attracted me. Besides that, I play music. My mom gave me a record box or no turntable. It was a turntable, but it was the all-in-one, with the 8-track.
With arm
Boy,
around,
yeah,
it drops.
yeah, drops. But she gave it to me because she knew something was in me about me playing music. That's why I can't stand blues, because I was playing it so much for them. It drove me crazy. So I guess that mess here. So let me ask you this right here: what is your biggest takeaway from uh, what's your big takeaway from listening and learning within the DJ industry? Your takeaway.
Takeaway is always stay positive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your downfall be a setback. Don't let your setback hinder you. Always go forward. We all got off days. Uh, Learning from everyone that is in my circle is the greatest gift for the past 7 years that I could have.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of you guys that a lot of people seem or don't know, but it doesn't matter to me, because I know what you guys are capable of and what's happening out here. Um, like I said, I'm a student of learning, and I learn something new every day from you all just to talk. You know, uh, Relationships are built on respect and humility
Mm-hmm.
and integrity. Don't have those things, you don't have nothing. And that's what my group of guys have.
That's good stuff. So where can listeners find your music, find your mixes at?
Well, you can go on YouTube, DJ Rob17. I have to put up some more. Trust me, I know I slacked some, but I got a couple mixes up there. I will be putting up a lot coming up in the month of January. I have a project coming up right now, so month of December, so I'll be out for about 6 weeks. But coming back, I will be putting up a lot more mixes, and also, check out my man DJ56 channel,
No,
Studio
it's not about me
56.
now. Yeah, but
You
we.
know, he got some mixes up there. That yeah, we can all do this definitely. But I appreciate you having me, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate the questions, and I hope that no one took offense to it, because there are several DJs out here that can sit here and have a great conversation, a great panel, and teach the world everything. And just give their leadership and their guidance and their explanation of why and where and when did they start and how they feel about where they at today. I feel great where I'm at today. I feel like I don't owe nobody anything, and I feel I don't have to prove a point to no one.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, this is the end, the conclusion of our meeting. My name is DJ56. We at Channel 56 Studio. Got my guest, DJ
Peace and
Rob17.
blessings. Peace and blessings.
And we out.
Peace.